Hey, welcome back to the Sweet Spot. This is Dee Dee, your host, and I am here with Deb, my girl.
Hi there.
And we are about to go over positions for guys to go deeper. So, if you might be lacking just a little bit, here are some positions that can help with that and help give your girl a vaginal orgasm. Hit that G spot.
There's such a thing?
There is. There's actually 3 ways to give a girl an orgasm. Isn't that nice? Yeah. And there's a couple ways the guys can have an orgasm. There's a lot of guys that don't know that, believe it or not. Guys can have an orgasm without being fully erect. Without being erect at all. I'll tell you, yeah, there is. They can actually have an orgasm without having an erection at all. But that's another time. We'll talk about that. Okay. Anyway, so here's some positions to help you go deeper if you're having a little problem there. Okay, and this, like I said, these are all good for getting that vaginal O, giving your girl that vaginal O, hitting that G spot, which it is there. It's not a mythical thing. There's one there. No, there's a few. Actually, at least a couple. At least a couple. You know, everybody knows the most obvious way for a girl to get an orgasm is clitoral. It's on the outside.
I thought that was the only way.
I still.
Well, for a long time.
Oh yeah, I did too for a long time, and I think that's why a lot of girls actually, like at that age, younger, that are only getting them that way, go to girls.
Yeah,
I think that really is why they start experimenting with girls, because they're like, you know what, this is the only way that I'm getting an orgasm.
Like, it's not doing it for me.
Yeah, the other way is not happening. It's not as fun. So I think they're like, why do I need them at that age? And then I think older women actually get a little curious when they get older because the whole test thing going and they get hornier and all that stuff. You know what I mean? They might want to try something else. But anyways, okay, so here's your number 1. The name of it, they now have names, and this is called the flat iron.
Do tell.
The flat iron. Okay, so this is how it would go. She will be face down. You're going to put a pillow under her hips, and her legs are going to be straight and slightly apart. So not all the way. So she's lying down on her back, or on her tummy. Of course, he's behind her, and she's flat down, so that's why it's called the flat iron. And then there's a pillow up under the hips.
I didn't know there was a name for that.
Yeah, I didn't either. You put a pillow up under the hips, and then that's where they say you'll get the deeper penetration. Right there, okay? So pillow, remember the pillow under her hips, okay? Number 2, face off. This is where the guy is sitting down.
That sounds a little aggro.
Yeah, face off. That is where, of course, the guy's sitting down, so let's say on a couch, in a chair, and she is straddling him. You know.
Face to face.
Yeah, face to face. Girl's straddling a guy, and he's sitting down. He's sitting up. Okay, so where you want to be. You can sit up in bed, you can sit up on the couch, you can sit up in a chair, wherever else.
I would say the couch is probably the most comfiest.
Right. I would say so too. Backseat of the car. I'm just trying to think of places where you'd be sitting up.
Have to try that.
Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3 is going to be a cowgirl's helper. Now, actually, I never heard of this one. But, so everybody should know what the cowgirl is. That means the girl's on top, okay? Her hands, she's going to be up all the way, and her hands are up on his chest. So she's kind of leaned over a little bit. Okay, with her hands on his chest. And he's got a hold of her hips and is helping her. That's why they call it the cowgirl's helper. So she's pushing off of him, or kind of sitting up more like this, but bent over. So she's not leaning back, because we're going to talk about that one.
So she's in a position to kind of be lifted.
She's up, right, but she's not laying flat down on him, and she's not leaning back. She's kind of like this with her arms down, like this.
Guys, work out those forearms.
On his chest, it says.
No, the guys don't.
Oh, yeah. The guys need to work on forearms, because then they're supposed to grab a hold of the hips and help her. Okay? Now, the next one, well, they say that is good for, oh, wait a minute. It also says that the guy's knees are supposed to be raised.
Yes, because it helps them stay a little forward.
Okay, so guys, keep your knees bent. Okay? And they say that that's actually, you could get simultaneous spot and clitoral action with that.
I see that.
Okay? So, yeah, because you're kind of leaning forward some, right? And the legs are bent.
Yeah.
Okay? So, hey, Lenny. Let's see.
Hey, Bo.
The next step is going to be the regular cowgirl. Now, this is what I did not know. it says that the chick is going to be off his chest. The guy, again, is going to have his knees bent, okay? And she's going to be leaning back on his thighs.
Okay.
Okay, so you're not just up.
Where are her legs?
She's like just still straddling them. Okay, but instead of being forward or on her arms, she's leaning back on his knees. Okay, so basically, I guess her arms or hands aren't doing much. She's leaning back on his knees, and it says that that also is supposed to be good for the
Popeye,
the whole simultaneous thing. Now, I didn't really get that if she's leaning back on his thighs, because you'd think that wouldn't, the front wouldn't be getting much action that way.
The only way that would be possible if she had her knees together.
That's what I'm thinking. Because if she's leaned back, I don't see how that's possible. So, anyways, that is number 4, the cowgirl. Number 5, we're not number 5 here now. It's missionary. Now, you got to kind of like do a little extra though. Not too extra, but you got to do a little extra. Not just missionary, but the girl needs to like wrap her legs around his waist and get a grip.
A little bit of a grind.
Yeah, get a grip. Wrap your legs around him, pull them on in there, scoot that booty up under so you know what I mean, like tilt your pelvis, type of thing. Okay,
I see you,
missionary, but you gotta get into it. Wrap your legs around, grip tight. Number 6, of course, is doggy. I think we all know that. Yeah. That for deeper penetration. And there's every guy's go-to is the doggy. They say that now to perfect this, guys, okay, to perfect the doggy, here's something to do to get that deeper penetration. They say you have to be, first of all, you have to be up, straight up, okay, you can't be leaning on her, straight up, and take your hands and gently, okay, wrap them underneath her tummy and pull up. Okay, so while that'll give you not only leverage and help penetrate a little deeper because you're lifting her hips up by the tummy. In other words, get, lower tummy, get your hands up under nice and flat and lift as you're, okay, hold on too. You get to hold on too.
Yep.
Okay. And let's see. The number and it says that you know what, I'm gonna throw this in there. Why don't you go open the door while that's what it is, I'm sure. Pizza guy's here.
Excuse me.
I'll keep talking. Another thing you could do with the doggy variations, this is something I'm throwing in there now, I didn't read this. You can always bend one knee instead of, if you're sitting straight up, instead of being on both your knees, you could always bend one knee and be on one foot and one knee. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Kind of leaning back a little bit. The next one would be the caboose. Now, Deb.
Yes.
This one, it takes some work to do.
Describe it to me.
The caboose. Okay. The guy is going to be sitting down. The girl is facing away from him, and he's basically going to be doing all the work. And the way that they had it positioned was in a bed. It wasn't like he was sitting up. They were in a bed.
Now she leaned back on him?
No, it just says the guy is sitting and the girl's sitting facing away from him.
Okay.
So she's going to have to be. She's going to be doing most of the work. Actually, she's going to be having to put like her hands on his legs and.
Isn't that like a reverse cowgirl?
Well, no, because you're both kind of sitting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So in other words, he's sitting up.
Okay. I got
Get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's called the caboose. The next one would be the spoon. We all kind of know what that is. You one behind the other, and they'd say that's not. It's also good because it's contact. Skin on skin contact. Now, variations of it. I'll throw my 2 cents in. This is Dee Dee's variations of the spoon. You can always hold one of her legs up instead of her laying there with both of her legs down.
Oh,
the top leg. Oh. You understand what I'm saying? Guy, grab a hold underneath that knee. Hold that leg up. That actually is really good. Now, she can also, not only if you're holding that leg up, he could put one leg up too. Like say bend his knee and have his foot down on the bed too. Also, she could always turn a little bit once you're in that position and she's got one leg up. She can always turn a little bit, or let's say this way, okay? Whatever, who can't see. I know you can't see, but I'm turning backwards a little bit. She can always kind of lean back and turn a little sideways, and then that also will kind of, you know what I mean? And so guys, if you want to try that type of spooning, put some pillows behind you.
Right.
So you got something to lean back on, you know what I mean?
She can hold her own leg.
Yeah, she could hold her own leg.
Reach around.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Or, since she's hand-free, she could always do a little reach around on him or on herself. You know what I mean? There's a lot of
excitement.
Yeah. There's always something you can add. Okay, just a little something, a little here and there to spice it up and change it, just to make it different. You don't have to. You know, you may have done that position 100 freaking times, but you can always add a little something.
What's that, Bo?
Always. Now, I don't know about what the blind man draw is. You'd have to explain that one there, blind man draw. That sounds a little, that worries me. The blind man draw.
Text me, Bo. I'll read it.
Yeah, text it to Deb, and we'll add that one. If it's good for penetration, now we're talking about deeper penetration here.
Yes.
Keep that in mind. Okay, now, we also have the seashell. Now this one, I found interesting because I was like, seashell.
Seashell?
Seashell. It's called the seashell. Now, this is, you're gonna have to be flexible if you're gonna take this one underway, because it's basically where her ankles are behind or up on your shoulders. So it's missionary, but she's gonna have to be a little. No, he says it's a secret. She's gonna have to be a little flexible. If you can't get your knees up there, or at least try to get your, you know what I mean, calves. If you can't, you just get your but they pretty much have it so, you know, your feet are back there. Okay. Now, your next one, this one sounds really scary.
And if
okay,
that's not, I got one for you.
And difficult. Okay, now we got the butter churner.
What?
This one, the chick is definitely gonna have to be flexible, and the guy I think would too, because the chick is going to be basically ass up with her feet back here, okay? And so so back is straight up, ass is straight up, and her feet are back behind by her ears. That's a yoga move right there, okay? I can't even remember what the hell the name of that yoga pose is, but so in other words,
I'm out on that one.
Now get it? No, this isn't it. That's not it. There's more.
I'm out
but
before it
wait,
starts.
there's more. Not only this is a position he has to get in. Okay, so imagine that now. She's ass up, feet back here by her ears, okay? So in other words, that's going to take some effort. You're going to have to be bendy. Then now he's going to be, picture this, sitting like he's sitting in a chair on top of that ass that's sticking straight up. So he's going to have to be bendable in a certain area. In other words, that sucker's going to be pointing straight down. Do you get what I'm saying? Picture
Yes,
this
I
in your
do.
head.
But is he like, are his feet on something?
On the
Is it
ground.
an angle?
On the ground. And he's basically doing squats
That's incredible.
and she's straight up, booty straight up. I'm going to guess that you're not going to be in that position for very long.
No.
But they say that it can help because the blood rushes to your head, obviously. The serious deep penetration. But yeah, you got the feet behind your head, ass straight up, guy is sitting in a sitting position, and he's got to kind of have to have a bendy tool, I would think, and I'm gonna guess that you're not gonna be in that position very long. And be careful, be very, very careful. I would say lots of pillows or something, because if he's standing up, that's gonna have to be like, or if he's on his feet, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in a seated position, and I would imagine he wouldn't want to go on, because you'd be jabbing her shoulders and back of her neck and stuff into the ground, and that's dangerous. It's very dangerous. So if you really need that much help, butter churn.
Stretch
Butter
first.
churn. Yeah, stretch first. Do a few yoga classes. That would be my my advice.
Yes.
Okay. Now the number 11 and last one is the Om. Okay. This is where the guy's sitting up cross-legged. So he's sitting up Indian style, like you say, with the yoga, the Om. Okay, so an Indian style. Dude sitting Indian style. And the girl sits basically Indian style on top of him, but she wraps her legs around him. You see what I'm saying? So she's Indian style, but she's wrapping her legs around. So kind of like the last embrace. I love that.
That's so
The last embrace of Pompeii.